What up, y'all? This DJ Storyteller back again. It's the Week 13 NFL Roundup. Before I start, I want to give a shout out to Deion Sanders, a coach prime time, for making his move from Jackson State to Colorado University. I think it's a great move for him and the rest of the kids in college football. Some of the kids don't get the looks because they come from a smaller high school or don't get or just don't get looked at like that. Deion Sanders, I think, has done a very great job at Jackson State in recruiting and just making the team and the college better overall. So and I know he will do the same thing with Colorado. They're already going to have his son being transferred out there, and he said his son has got to earn his starting job, which that's how it should be. But people still going to have their opinions of thinking that he should have stayed there longer, and they feel like he didn't finish or accomplish his job that he set out to do, which I think he did. And the dumbest thing I've heard about this whole situation is that people saying if you're not from an HBCU or you never played football, you can't speak on this situation. Do you know how dumb that sounds? That's like me telling you can't talk to me about music because I'm a DJ and you're not. So cut that nonsense, people. Just because you went to a HBCU or play football does not mean that you know this situation better than anybody else. So it is what it is. But back to Week 13. Buffalo over New England last Thursday, 24-10. I got my boys Pittsburgh over Atlanta, 19-16. Kenny Pickett hasn't thrown an interception in 4 games. He's rolling, yo. So he's given the team hopes to finish the season off strong. May not make the playoffs, but at least finish with a better record than what we have or what we started out with. Got Baltimore over Denver, 10-9. Baltimore lost Lamar Jackson in the first quarter. Come to find out he has a PCL strain and will be out 1 to 3 weeks. So won't see him this week against Pittsburgh. Huntley will be starting. Got Green Bay over Chicago, 28-19. Another team that Aaron Rodgers just never loses to, Chicago. Dallas is the first one, Chicago's the next one. He just suns the hell out of both of them teams. All right, we got Detroit over Jacksonville, 40-14. Cleveland over Houston, 27-14. Minnesota over the Jets, 27-22. The game came down to the Jets having the last possession, trying to get in the end zone. He threw the ball. The receiver, it hit the receiver's hands, but he dropped it. It got knocked out of his hands. He was covered well, so they tried to fight back from it. It was a great game, like I said before. We got Washington and New York Giants. They tied 20-20. Then we got Philadelphia over Tennessee, 35-10. AJ Brown straight torched his ex-team, Tennessee Titans, to the point to where they ended up firing the GM. So that joint is crazy. We got Seattle over the Rams, 27-23. Geno Smith and DK Metcalf hooked up for a last-minute touchdown for them to seal the victory. Another crazy game. San Francisco over Miami. San Francisco dominated Miami, 35-17. Unfortunately, San Francisco lost Jimmy G. He's out for the rest of the year with a broken foot. So right now they have Mr. Irrelevant starting. And if you don't know anything about football, Mr. Irrelevant is normally the last person that gets picked in the draft. So he was the last person that got picked in the draft last year. He came in the game. I think he threw one interception and threw 2 touchdowns, so he didn't do too bad. Cincinnati over Kansas City, 27-24. It's a rematch from last year's playoffs, and Cincinnati pulled it out. Pat Mahomes, towards I think one of the last drives he had, he got a shoestring tackled, and he came up limping very, very hard, very, very hard. I'm not sure what his injury status is as of now, but if there is anything, you will know from me. Raiders over the Chargers, 27-20. Derek Carr played an amazing game. I think this is the first time I've seen him play like he did yesterday, this year. Dallas over the Colts, 54-19. At one point, this game was real close. The Colts had it, and then they just started turning the ball over left and right. I think they threw 2 interceptions back to back, then had a fumble. It just got ugly real quick, like in a matter of a minute, like something was just crazy. Tampa Bay over New Orleans last night, 17-16. I'm not gonna lie. Last night I was watching the first half of the game. I turned it off at halftime because I was like, looks like New Orleans was gonna, control this game and win it. But I know Tom Brady can't count him out no matter how bad of a season he's having or if his team doesn't look that good. So they ended up pulling it out last night. So terrific times back at it again. Next week, week 14, we got Thursday night's game is the Raiders versus Rams. Some key games to look for on Sunday. There's just a few that I want to look at. We got the Vikings and the Lions, Philly and the Giants, and the Ravens and the Steelers. So be on the lookout for those games on Sunday. And then one more shout out I got to give out to a couple of YouTube streamers. Over the weekend they had the Streamy Awards for the top streamer, top creator, and whatnot. So the creator of the year went to Mr. Beast, which hats off to those guys. They do an amazing job with giving back to the community, giving back to the people that actually need help. So hats off, salute to them. Streamer of the year goes to Casanet. Casanet is a fool, yo. If you have not looked at his channel or his crews at AMP, these dudes are wild, yo. They're funny. Kai's from New York. I think some of his AMP members are from New York as well. But Casanet does a great job with his interviews. He's all on Twitch. He just had Blueface and Krishan up there. He's had quite a few people. Kyrie Irving, Bobby Shmurda. So definitely go check him out. Check both these people out. Guarantee that you won't be disappointed with the content that they're providing. In the meantime, check out Everything But Religion. New show coming out this Thursday. If you have not checked it out yet, Jamar, aka Boy Wonder, had a stand-up last week at Virginia's very own comedy tour or comedy show. Excuse me. He had a great performance. He did 15 minutes. His whole set is on YouTube on Everything But Religion page right now. So go check it out. Shoot him a message and tell him how great he did. Tell him your favorite joke if you want to. But I'm glad me and my wife were able to go for our date night. And he put on the show. Wish he had a little bit more time, but I know he get there. You got to start somewhere, right? So shout out to Jamar. You did a great job, bro. So y'all continue to watch us, tune in, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of stuff coming. 3 weeks to the end of the year. So definitely stay tuned. Y'all have a blessed week. Check us out Thursday. Peace.